Hey y'all, welcome, welcome, welcome. I just want to tell you some lessons that I've learned from being unemployed. The biggest thing that I've seen so far from being unemployed and the lessons that I've learned is that you have to learn how to empower yourself. You have to learn how to come out of what it is that got you unemployed in the first place. Sometimes it could be like, well, you just didn't measure up and you got fired from your job. Or sometimes it could be like the economic downturn, kind of like what's happening right now. A lot of people are they're losing their jobs due to the economic downturn. And there's nothing wrong with losing your job. The question is, are you empowered enough to come back? And how are you going to come back from your current situation? I've put together some books right here. I think, let me go ahead and pin them so you can take advantage of those books, okay? And what it has helped me is basically saying that with inspiration, I was able to kind of come back from what it was that I was doing, okay? So you can be aspire to empower yourself and get yourself out of the situation you're in. And some people right now, they're worried, especially the federal workers, that the agreement that they signed to get out of the federal government may not come to fruition because everything, like you know, is subject to availability of funds, which means no money, no agreement. So, but what does that mean though? If you in the corporate space right now and you're thinking about possibly leveling up with yourself because you don't know what's going to happen, I want you to be empowered. This some of the lessons I've learned from being unemployed is being empowered and always waking up every day and saying, I'm going out. When I go out, I'm going to make something today. When I go out, I'm going to say, this is going to be the power that's going to allow me to level up to get in the next job. When I go out, I'll aspire. Like this thing says right here, you always aspire to be greater than yesterday. Aspire to be greater than yesterday. So come on this live, do me a quick favor, tap the screen, and we're going to get aspire together, and we're going to be empowered. I learned that as an unemployed person to wake up every day, give it 110%, and that's the way you can generate more leads to be able to then get you the job that you're looking for, okay? Because you never know. You may be walking up the day that you least expected is when your condition is going to change. It's going to change dramatically. I remember just walking around a few days ago, and I met a couple of very, very motivated people, and they told me, hey, look, the key to this is manifesting what it is you want. So being unemployed is not the end of your world. What do I say that? Because being unemployed is just saying that, hey, this is another opportunity to restart, okay? I've learned these lessons numerous times, and I've figured out a way to kind of get myself out of the situation I'm in by saying, hey, I'm going to be highly motivated. I'm going to get out there every day. My routine is going to be top notch. So stick to your routine. That's one of the lessons I learned. Stick to a routine, a daily routine. When you get up in the morning, know exactly what your plan is going to be. Now, as your day progresses, you may not be the same plan that you had before. But what I'm telling you right now is you have it within yourself to get away from the unemployment. I've seen people on this app, on this channel saying, hey, I have no job. Things are getting bad for me. Or they're expecting to have no job, but they're sitting around there complaining about what's going to happen to them instead of getting up and empowering themselves to go out, aspire to get the best jobs that's waiting for them. Make the right connections. That's another thing. Networking is one of the things that I've learned from unemployment. When you go out there and you network, and people are going to know exactly what you're doing, they're going to know what your roles are. They're going to also know how powerful you could be. Kind of like some of the books I've read here, I've left right here. I pinned those books. Should be able to show them. One of the books is this one that you're seeing right here. It's called Empower and Inspire. It's actually a program. I have a way to kind of get people prepared. So not only are they learning, they're also getting prepared to jump and go get the job that they're looking for. Being unemployed, again, remember, like the example that I'm telling you right now is you should be able to get from where you are as an unemployed person to somebody that's employed or somebody that's aspiring to be employed, and not just say that you're aspiring, actually doing something day in, day out to say, hey, look at me. Look at me, I was here before and I was there. Let's see who's on this live. If you're in this live, do me a quick favor, tap the screen like that. When you tap the screen, it's going to let the algorithm know that people are here watching. People are here watching. They want to learn some lessons from unemployment, which is what have happened to me right now. And if you see, last month, the unemployment rate in the United States is 4.2%, okay? And last month, 177,000 jobs were added to the payrolls. But what I don't understand is for the jobs that were added, what exactly did those people learn from being unemployed, right? Were they empowered to say, go out every day and say, hey, look, I'm going to find that job. I don't care. I'm going to use whatever tools I have. I'm going to network my, off, and I'm going to get out there. I'm going to show people that I'm ready to be employed. But One thing else that I've learned from being unemployed is that you can actually employ yourself. I'm going to say that again. You can actually employ yourself. What I mean by that is some of the skills that you've already learned from all these jobs that you've been having, some of those skills are necessary skills to actually become your own boss, become your own boss man, become your own boss lady. I'm telling you right now, even the way the technology is working right now, people are leveling up and they're learning how to become the version of themselves. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to cut off this live and I'll be back to answer some of your questions. Go ahead and check out the questions, the comments right there. And by the way, don't forget to click on the shop. I'll be posting this again if you want. If you missed this this encouragement and empowerment. Again, remember, just because you're unemployed doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. You can do better. Empower, aspire, get out there, network, and do exactly like I did to get most of my jobs.